Right everybody, it's week 4, it's the final week, the rewards tracking video series is now going to conclude. So for a lot of players, they have woken up today or done this last night where they did all difficulties or some difficulties of this quest. Is it of value to do all of the different quests? Kind of. Only if you're interested in those Iron Tomb crystal shards and as well doing a little bit of arena at the same time to then get yourself as many crystals as possible to at least feel that this event has been something of good take home because it's been incredibly RNG based. For this video, we're going to do some spreadsheet comparison as we normally do and have a look like, what we got as totals for the month. So for me this week, the plan has been to use the 4 keys to guarantee 6-star shards. At the end of the day, it didn't seem like the month was going that well for me to get any 6-star shards, and ultimately just felt like it was a, disappointment on RNG, especially because I was like, right, I did Grandmaster Gauntlet, I've got 6-star shards, the 6-star crystal opening went well, so I need to be thinking about getting more for the big wedding crystal opening that I'm trying to do in September. So, will it be 10 6-stars I'll have for that? Will it be 20? I don't think it'd be 20, but realistically, anything between 6 to 10, maybe a thing that could be possible, especially with Summer of Pain, and as well, some other events until then, and I'll probably grind out some stuff in any case. Right, so after all of these runs, these 28 runs, what did we see? What did we get? So, again, to reiterate, everything is RNG. What you see, what I've got and what you see may be completely different, but I got 4-star shards of 2,750 in Heroic. We'll start with Heroic. I got a good chunk of Tier 3 Basic. That was that's 2,800 plus a singly fully formed. 36 3-star Signature Stones. 5 Tier 1 Basics. 3 Tier 2 Basics. 4 Tier 2 Class Catalyst. 4,000 3-star shards. For somebody that's kind of like newer to the game, that would be good. There would be value there to kind of like get yourself at least 1 new 4-star, 2 new 3-stars. So that's something of a helpful narrative to further propulsion. But it's when you're going to be coming into the latter points of what you think you're going to be competing for that you may feel to yourself, hang on, well, I might just do Heroic and Master. So if you do those 2 things, there may be some good take home. But it still falls into the narrative of RNG, and you may feel that you're not getting too many of the shards to acquire new champions against what you'd want with things like the rank up materials. In Master, it's a very different story because again, this is a little bit of step up, but it's not completely. However, though, the amount of shards changes and fluctuates. And do I feel that if I was a lower player getting an amount of 4-star shards to form 3 champions? Yes. If I was chasing a 5-star, hell no. I wouldn't feel that that was going to be something that would be too great. But at a lower level, is 2,000 5-star shards going to feel like it's something of a chase value? Heroic will give an extra 1,000. There may be something from Master this month that grabs a little bit extra to that. And this is the disappointment of this month for those that are a lot lower, trying to see something of like event content or stuff with, Summer of Pain is for Cav to a degree and Thronebreaker players. Grandmaster Gauntlet is for Thronebreaker players. So lower players, if they were looking for the side event to be that kind of top up, it is definitely not there. Yes, you've got the objectives on a sideline, and yes, they add a little bit added extra to this, which I think is the extra spice that players want to see, but it does feel that there could be some slight limitations if you are a lower player. Okay, moving now on to Epic, and this was a bit of a shift in the kind of results. There's a big bump of Tier 2 Alpha for me in the final week, and that's been good. It feels like I've got like a lot of like decent stuff of value, but still is a point of going like, again, like, do I feel limited? Or would I feel limited if I was an uncollected player looking to form something like a 5-star? Maybe I would. Those objectives kind of help to a degree. And I think that's really the saving grace right there. If you're able to do Epic X amount of times, you're able to get 5,000 5-star shards. And the other kind of like extra bits have kind of topped up the problems that you might experience. I guess kind of helped. It's just the lower players, I think, with the volume of stuff and making jump from Master to Epic. And that's really the thing. Kabam want you to, if you are around about the Proven, Conqueror level, and whatever the other one is, Challenger, they want you to be aiming your sights higher and kind of aiming for uncollected. And as well, like if you're Uncollected Cavalier and kind of feeling like, okay, well, I'm not able to do Legendary quite yet, then you've come in the early points of Cavalier. Then that's the problem, isn't it? you might need to kind of like look into where you kind of feel you are in the game as to the point of like what you can actually chase, because this is the thing you're getting. If you were able to do all the epic and as well got similar type of luck as I did, then you'd be able to pick up one fully formed 5-star for this. So I guess in some ways it's okay, but it depends on what are your chase goals. Picking up like a great amount of tier 2 alpha mainly could mean that this is going to be of value for more so for those that are uncollected. But if you're talking about Cavalier Thronebreaker type area, then that is going to differ from what your chase rewards were as to like what you're getting back from it. Which in theory the chase rewards were 6-star shards, tier 5 basic catalyst fragments, more tier 5 basic catalyst fragments, 5 tier 5 CC at 2%, and tier 2 alpha. So that's the discrepancy, not discrepancy, but that's the extra that's going to be added in there to what you feel would be RNG, but not for you. RNG based on luck, not for you, sorry. So your luck is going to have to be incredibly important to, first of all, you get these guaranteed. These 2 objectives are guaranteed. It's just how the results fall into those at Cavalier and Thronebreaker, and whether or not you feel this is of value this month. So if we total in that 1,000 6-star shards and add it on to what I picked up from my 28 runs, the last 4 runs I used keys to secure my 6-star shards. Then 6,700 plus the 1,000 from the objectives plus the 500 that I got from Epic. It does mean that that puts me into an 8,200 6-star shards for this particular event, which on the face of it isn't actually that bad. Ideally in the future I'd love to see these type of events not being quite so much. I think that's why this is only a once a year, with the last time I think I remember this being April with the release of those dimensional chronometers or whatever it is, those things. So this type of situation is it better? I think it is a little bit, but it's the objective and those keys, because without those keys and that objective, that's 5,000 6-star shards just gone, which puts me at a very kind of like limiting type of situation. So the keys are the saving grace for me for this month, and that's kind of sad to a degree that that's the case. Tier 2 alpha wise, 2 fully formed, the extras that we get from the objectives is great. But there's one big limiting factor to this, and one weird factor. The weird factor is the 5-star shard volume, which is like 26,000, which is like, okay, that's fine. Then actually kind of like when I open them, I'll probably awaken 2 champions, and that's an extra 275 6-star shards. So yeah, that again adds on, which is good. But at the same time, I'm like, right, well, tier 5 basic is the thing that I'm now lacking, which is fine. I guess I'm getting tier 5 basic from doing things like the normal quest, from doing things like glory store spend and things like that. So there are places I can go to grab it, but it's not ideal. Doing Grandmaster Gauntlet's the only kind of thing that's topped up a lot of the stuff, but that's the thing. If it wasn't there, then, where would my monthly kind of grind be in comparison, or my monthly take home, which is again is an important factor here. There is as well tier 5 basic with doing epic objectives, which you can do all of these. So what's that? 9,000 plus 9,000, it's 18,000. So again, that's the top up there. And the reason, and that's the clear thing, that's why the video that I did at the start of the month was well received, is as a Cavalier and Thronebreaker player, to get anything of great value, you would have to do at least legendary and epic, but as well, if you wanted to secure yourself a load of those Iron Tomb crystal shards, you would have to do the arena and as well do all difficulties to maximize your take home, which isn't always great, but at the same time, this is a grindy game. So sadly, I had to do that. A lot of players did that as well in order to secure themselves any decent kind of rewards this month. I think is the reason that Kabam did such an interesting job with saying, okay, well, you've got to do 28 times at least 2 to epic and legendary to secure yourself a decent bag this month. Because if you compare it with April of this year, so April 2021, get my years right, and when I'm referring to the other Rifts thing, it was April 2020. So yeah, April 2021, which was that, what was it called? I honestly can't remember what it was called. It was the one where you had to go in and do like grab the reward, go to the next one, enter Jabari Panther and Silver Centurion month. Contest Realm. Yeah, the round contest or something, whatever it is. give you the name of the podcast. So in comparison with that and what I picked up, you can see like the tier 4 class catalyst, I got more than that I wanted to. And then 6-star shards, 5,100. So that's the disappointing side of things. There's no guarantee of repetition the same way we did stuff with this month. And yeah, just looking at like, there must have been a good reason from the objectives that I did this. I think it was the 5-star featured, 5-star awakened gem. We had 6-star shards from the doubloon event and 11k tier 5 basic. So this is better, it seems, on paper than what was delivered this month. So that's a small positive. Like, and I'm not going to say like this has been the greatest side event ever month. No, it's just a case of like everything was RNG. You either came away from this month going, hey, I took something home good, or you took something home that was not good enough. And the objectives were again the same thing with the April of this year month. It's the saving grace to at least give you something that added extra to your grind that made it go, this was worth it. The same reason that we grind it because of those Iron Tomb Crystal Shards, which, again, I'm just trying to find like small little wins from this, but it'd be interesting to find out from other players. Did you feel that this month got you back a good amount from doing as many difficulties as possible, or were you just like, 28 runs, nah, I'm not happy with this isn't good, I'm not picking up any decent rewards? What are your thoughts? Put it in the comment section down below. Also, just in a little twist of things, I just found this spreadsheet that I did a comparison of April versus May. And I don't know if this is accurate or not, that the volume of shards that we picked up, 6-star shards wise, this would have been from doing, I guess, all difficulties, which, a lot of the time I like doing. It gave 8,500 shards, which is actually comparably, if, again, RNG went well for you, you would have taken home 8,500 shards versus what I took home, which is close to just over that from what I gather. So from doing the various different types of difficulties, or just about. So yeah, it's kind of strange to see that, but I think the only difference is, as it says there, tier 5 basics for me didn't fully form one. I think it was running close to like 18,000, maybe even up to 20,000 with what I took home. But again, thoughts in the comment section about this particular event. Thank you indeed so much for watching this video. Please hit the like button, subscribe for more Marvel Contest of Champions based content, which you indeed can find up there. Go check it out, go support some stuff, and I will see you in the next video. There may be a second one for today. Have a good one. Bye bye.